Let's go to game number 2 because we have champions elect. Real Madrid, after coming on the back of that unbelievable game in Manchester, England, losing 4-3, could have been 12-4. They really were an absolute shambles versus Espanyol. Real Madrid minus 200, Espanyol at plus 575. The big thing here, Roman, is to say that Real Madrid are going to have more than one eye on the Champions League. So that means that Espanyol at plus 575 or Espanyol at plus 1 at plus 105. Looks like you don't want to be looking anywhere else than on the visitors.
It's a tricky game, I think, because as you said, on one hand, Real Madrid are definitely going to think about that Champions League game because they need to win, they need fresh players. And the worst part for Real Madrid in this game is that they have a lot of problems at the back. Because if I didn't read wrong, they have so many injuries in terms of defensive guys. Because Alaba, for example, he's injured. Militao and Nacho, they're both suspended. Miguel Gutierrez, which is a fullback that hasn't played too much, but he's been there when needed. He's also injured. And Casemiro is also not going to play. So he's an option that sometimes you can play as a centre back if you're missing guys. But he won't be there either. So basically, their only natural centre back is Vallejo, who isn't great, and we're going to see if he's going to bring someone from the B team, and they're talking about Marin as maybe playing in the centre-back position, or if he's going to maybe put Carvajal or Mendy. I don't know what he's going to do, but his defensive line is really a problem. And also, the fact is that they're saying, I've seen some of the possible lineups the media are giving, and they're saying that Carlo Ancelotti is going to rotate largely, as you said, because of the Champions League game. So we're going to probably see Camavinga, we're going to see Rodrigo, maybe even Mariano, Asensio. So Benzema, Vinicius, Modric, Kroos, all these guys are most likely going to rest. So, of course, this makes you think that Espanyol have a good opportunity of getting the win. But then if you look at the record from Espanyol against Real Madrid, they've only won 4.25% of the games they've played at the Santiago Bernabeu. So they're really, really bad when they go to their stadium, even though they did win the first game of the season against Real Madrid at home by 2-1. But, we also know that this season, Espanyol has been very poor away from home. And if you add that to that 4.25%, it makes you doubt whether they're going to be capable. And we know also that Madrid just need 1 point to win the league. So, I mean, they could try just defend, even though they don't have many defenders. I don't really know what Ancelotti is going to plan for this. But I do think it's a bit of a tricky game. So, honestly, I can't trust Espanyol, even though Real Madrid don't have their best players or some of their best players available.
Yeah, and we might as well add Benzema to that as well because he was limping after the game against Man City. So the talisman's going to be out. Mendy was Man City's best player during the week. So, I mean, you'd probably want to give him a rest just so that he gets his confidence back. Pavlos, Real, and by the way, all the money is coming in for Real Madrid here to beat Espanyol. I mean, how strange is that?
Yeah, to be honest, when I initially made the pick, my pick in this match, I thought it was good value, but now I saw that right before the show started that it had plummeted. So, yeah, people are indeed betting on Real Madrid, which is, my initial pick was kind of risky, but it is for a reason. And that reason is the fact that whenever Real Madrid are after, in weekends after a Champions League match, they have 9 wins and 1 loss. Of course, that loss came to Espanyol by 2-1 earlier in the season. But there's always, over all their wins came with over 1.5 goals. The 2-1 correct scoreline showed up 5 times. 2-0 and 3-0 showed up 2 times each. So I marked this game as Real Madrid to win by 2-0 or 2-1. So that's why I took Real Madrid, and over 1.5 goals. But as Roman said, Espanyol have a really bad time when visiting this venue. They have 8 consecutive losses. They conceded 20 goals and scored just 1 in that span. And they've also failed to score in each of the last 6 trips to this venues. Of course, all these historical facts are bound to break, are bound to change at some point. And Espanyol, they've been really good offensively on the road, at least. They've scored in 13 of their last 16 away matches across all competitions, and both teams to score is 13-3 in that span. So I wouldn't be surprised if Espanyol scored. So I genuinely think this is going to be Real Madrid by 2-0 or 2-1. So that's why I made my, the pick that I made.
And you're keeping that pick, are you? Because it's going to be Real Madrid. And let's have a little look at it. It's Real Madrid and over 1.5. And it's now at minus 175. You're going to keep that just to add a few shekels onto your...
to be honest, I was asked right before the show and I said yes, but it doesn't look...
It doesn't look right, does it?
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Right. Minus 175 is
horrible.
Also...
If I may add, before the game, Raúl de Tomás, if you guys know, he's from Real Madrid, and he said in press conference that he was happy with the draw. And we know that he's the best player they have in attack. So, I mean, he really feels that Real Madrid passion, we could say. So he won't mind if they win the league against them. And also, let's not forget that Espanyol aren't fighting for anything, really. They're 9 points away from relegation. So also they don't have that motivation to get the win.
You think this could be an unders, Roman?
I mean, I think so. Honestly, I don't think we're going to see a goal fest, to be honest, because Madrid won't have their best attack available because they're going to be resting, and Espanyol, away, they're very poor. This not just against Madrid, but this season they've been very, very poor away from home. So I mean, I don't see too many goals.
Pavlos, your last chance to get rid of it.
Scrap it.
Yeah, I thought you might. No official play, and remember to have the sound up. So that is Real Madrid out the window. But I would maybe revisit the under 2.5 goals with what Roman and Pavlos have just put. More meat on your bone.